Greetings from beyond the fabric of reality. I'm Sai, bringing you another episode of Fate Extra. And it decides to crash on me. Yeah, anyway. Going on of two side offsets of some sort. Round 7, day 1. I'm gonna skip this. This is... Okay, fine. Be that way.
迷いと嘆き、決断と成長に満ちたその童貞こそ人間の証である。聖杯は強き者にのみ与えられる。最後の二人は共に性質の違う強者となった。
I shall crush anything in my way.
であれば、もう一度君に送ろう。光あれと。
What light?
視点の玉座にて君を待つ。
Final week, Ultim. 2 combatants remain. I don't even know why they do that. It's now midday. Now all too familiar ringing tone draws my eyes to my terminal. The final week has begun. To the bulletin board! When I arrive at the bulletin board as prompted by the terminal, there's already someone there ahead of me. I'm not surprised to see him. After all, there would be nobody else who would be there.
Konnichiwa.
Leo turns my way, smiling as usual. His servant Gawain stands one step behind him, straight as a sword thrust into its stone. Unlike Leo, Gawain's eyes are calm. I sense no hostility from him, just an ironclad loyalty and an unwavering confidence in his lord. Gawain's composure wouldn't slip, even in the middle of the battle. That righteous white knight would die without question for his lord. As I'm looking around, I'm struck by a sense of change. This is the last time I'll see the bulletin board like this. I look, though I already know the names. With this announcement, at last, we are formally adversaries. Once again, I wish you luck. Leo is trying to speak casually, but something has changed about his voice. It's not that he's apprehensive about the fight, he's excited, almost thrilled, like a little kid. It's strange. Honestly, I never imagined that you would be the one with me at the very end. When I first saw you, you were an industrious, adaptive, and rather forgettable individual. Over the brief course of this war, you've grown immeasurably, as if suited to the soil of battle. Now, the you standing in front of me is a fitting opponent, not just in ability, but in countenance. I'm enamored with this feeling of competition as a little girl is with a fairy tale. Does that mean you're actually a little girl? Leo laughs bashfully. You think he never enjoyed basic human emotions before. I do not know for which of us this fate was meant for. However, now I feel like this fight with you is a necessary step in the process of my ascension to the throne. For showing me a side of the world I have not yet known, you have my deepest gratitude. Leo isn't being insincere. He's thanking me in a self-centered, condescending way. He believes he'll win. He believes he's righteous. His belief in his own victory is greater than any I've seen. Leo, I understand your feelings, but further cordiality would be quite unnecessary. It's been an obstacle. The time to exchange words has passed with this now worthy opponent. Blah. You also require a rest. A king must be at his best. Let's put an end to this posturing. Indeed. Thank you, Gawain. I got carried away. I will take my leave now. I look forward to your next audience with me on the final battlefield. Leo's parting smile was gentler than usual. I can't help watching his back as he leaves. Feels like I've always been looking at Leo's back. My world is too different from his, but his sentiments have always been foreign as his home country. Boy has progressed by making victory second nature. A king who will not tolerate any outcome but victory. A person whose entire life has been absolute. I don't believe that he and I are equals, but then again, we're both king of the mountain right now. We came from many places. To fight in this Holy Grail war, I will struggle to find my place. Alright, time for the final showdown, king. It is now the evening, and we're in the classroom again. Strangely enough, my heart is calm. I breathe easily, the memories of past battles a comfort rather than a paralyzing factor. I'm not eager to fight, but I'm not too distressed, either. I'm mostly surprised at my own felicity? Whether or not she's picking up on my mental state, Castor gives me her cute smile. You reached the final battle, my dear master. I always knew you belonged in it. Let's trounce that fake king and tear apart his condescending bad attitude for good. I mean, I can't really argue that kings are better than most people, or that he isn't a born winner. But that little prince is wrong to think that he could beat you and me in a battle of abilities. Yeah, it would matter if he was a god. My master is the best in the whole world. Okay, thank you. No, I only said something that was totally obvious. Master, the only thing I don't like about you is how little you understand about me. But I will always treasure your words of thanks, Luna. I'm truly happy to be used to you, Master. Wait, that was the only time she's actually said my name. After this last fight, I might be obsolete to you. But if it's a teeniest bit possible, I like to continue being used to my master. I just said that as a joke. Never mind that. Let's focus on the fight. Yeah! Trying to hide her embarrassment, Castor disappears. Yeah, this is the last time Castor and I will fight side by side. She stood by me, even though the times where I had no will, no resolve, and no strength. I don't know what the future holds, but as for the present, I will focus on winning against my strongest foe yet. That's funny because I struggled mostly against Berserker, and Gawain just went down in 3 tries. I'll win. That's how I'll show my appreciation for all she's done. Wow, that was quite a mouthful. Blah. I will switch you to the Seer's Crystal Ball. Nothing on the first day. As I head out in the hallway, a silhouette appears in the doorway. Wonder how many times I've met Kodomine like this. What does he want this time? As he sees me tense up, he flashes me a rare smile. I must admit that I'm surprised that you, of all people, have made it this far. I welcome you to the final confrontation, Master. The Holy Grail is almost within your reach. The omnipotent construct that will grant any wish, any desire. Can you feel how close it is? It's too soon to think like that. What a surprise, to be free of adverse. I suppose I should quietly applaud you. A dismissive smile begins to form on the lips of the black-clad priest. Now, allow me to introduce the final trial. The way to the last battlefield has been opened. So, who will claim victory and raise the Holy Grail to their lips? I await the bated breath. Or with bated breath, blah 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 blah. As you notice, we already have one matrix. It's because of earlier information.
聖杯戦争もこれで決着。この先はどうであれ、今は勝ち抜くことだけを考えましょうね。 マスター。
Okay, I thought there was something else in there, but let's just head to the arena. Anyway, yeah, we already have info on Gawain. Oh, come on. I walked down the hallway en route to the arena. It's because of What? Is it because the culmination of this journey draws nearer? That each footstep feels so inevitable? Ooh, what are you looking at? Hey, there's nothing out there. Aw. Jeez. So moon cells can't be used. Oh, so, jeez. So moon cells can't even be used. Don't you know that you triggered a flag under those Sakura... Bleh. Let me try again. Don't you know that you triggered a flag under those Sakura blossoms with me, Master? What? Caster doesn't seem to bother to hide her flirtations, even while hiding her mouth behind her kimono sleeve. It's still hard to thinking of her as a divine being. But that is the true nature of the smiling, cheerful caster who's fought beside me. I ought to treasure this carefree moment, just like I treasure her carefree spirit. Huh? What's wrong? Is there something on my face? My skin was so soft and my ears were perky this morning. What's with that face, Master? Distraught, Kimono hides her face. Whoops. You should know by now how sensitive she is and not starred. I like her impulsiveness, though. Kimono is always reassuring me and pushing me to do better. Eh? Nothing's wrong? So I'm the cute little Kimono I always am? Huh? Did I see something weird just now? No. I think that she's so flighty that it's hard for her to understand people when they're serious. Anyway, it's time, Master. It's annoying to have to prepare, but the opponent is quite strong. My body might be foxy, but don't let that distract you, Master. Let's both give this fight everything we got. These days I spent with Caster have not been bad. I think I could be with Caster all the time. But still, the hour of battle draws even closer. The final battle. No matter how the Holy Grail War ends, I'll be parted from her. To the arena! I think. Unless it's gonna bounce me off the arena for some reason. I'm actually gonna save, take a little break, get a drink of some sort going. I'll be back. Ah, much better. Anyway, into the arena. The Holy Grail is only for the megas strong enough to take it. But what is true strength? What is fatal weakness? But you can hear there's something going on. The atmosphere of the arena felt more ominous than normal, and the noise felt as if it was going to rip me apart. The animosity being directed at me is almost palatable. It makes me want to throw up. This is a horrible feeling of hatred. It couldn't be possibly coming from that young prince. Caster seems really on edge, but they're right. This feeling isn't coming from either Leo or Gawain. In fact, I'm almost sure that I've felt this feeling of hatred before. But how is it? I'm not sure what's happening, but it might be the work of some evil imp. Stay on your toes, Master. View map. The map is now revealed. Move speed up. I think this way I don't actually lose any MP. Yeah, see? Now my tank is full. I can't go that way yet. So let's head up here. Oh, I have to run through this one. Whoosha! While walking in the arena, a sudden burst of distortion that sounds almost like a groan pierces my brain. Could it be a voice? Julius. Not yet. Die. Why? Myself. That was definitely a voice. I suddenly feel as a wave of negative emotions is washing over me. Get a hold of yourself, Master. Lending an ear to the dead is the worst thing you could possibly do. Pastor's words immediately bring me back to reality. While the aura of negativity is still pretty much there, the voice that seemed to ring in my head is gone. There is no doubt as to who the voice belongs to. But how? I want to know the truth. I have to keep moving forward. Cha-cha-cha-cha-cha-cha-cha. Hoocha! We're being forced to go this way. Damn. Luckily, I'm still faster than it. Oof! The distortion sears my brain like a hot iron. Dark thoughts seem to work their way through my entire being. The sudden chill that courses through my body sets to me shaking, and I feel like I'm being turned inside out. Blah. Where would this be under anyway? Oh, wrong one. Ah, okay. I try to stop the intrusion of these evil thoughts into my consciousness, but they continue to enter my mind. His name's Detection. His origins laid the sand of spite. His name is abomination and hatred. And his past is scorn and ridicule. In other words, apathy towards everything. What? What is this? These overwhelming emotions. What's the source of this deranged rationality that is being rejected and rejects, denies and is denied? Feels as if it crawled out of the darkest depth of hell. I muster all the strength I can and barely manage to endure the onslaught that threatens to engulf me. The hard way seldom. Is that someone's voice? I push through the distortion and focus my attention on the voice. Experiment will begin. We will remove the liver. To observe the pain response, no anesthesia will be used. Failure. Less than useless. This individual has no right to exist and has nothing to contribute to the future. No value, no ability. It's a failure. Its design is flawed. The rate of aging is twice that of a normal person. I predict that its lifespan will be 25 years at best. What a failure. It's hopeless. This is the most unforgivable of sins committed against nature. It'd be understandable if it came back from common stock, but it came from a superior life form. Refrain, stop! The voice suddenly stops. I concentrate harder. I can see a figure beyond this distortion. That must be a woman. I focus my concentration. As I stretch out my hand, a scene plays out before me. There you are, Miss Alicia. That voice. It sounds so much younger, but it definitely belongs to Julius. Though his voice is audible, his figure doesn't appear. This must be his memory then. The woman named Alicia turns towards Julius, but time has degraded the memory of her facial features. Oh, what's wrong? Yes, I see. So it's me all A. The sunlight was so I just happened to it was. Let us hurry. We get pun if we make just a little longer. And we need Better, father? No, as I... this is really hard to read. It's a bunch of distorted text. Actually, most of it just continues on from each other. My dear master, don't listen to the voices of the dead. You have to hold on to your consciousness. The sound of Castor's panic shouting brings me back to reality. The voices I heard in those memories faded at the end, and I couldn't understand them. But those memories definitely belonged to Julius. Perhaps he was trying to tell me something. Buried under all those dark memories was a cry of sorrow. I have to go on. I have to learn what the owner of the voice was seeking. Yeah, most of the arena is not available to us right now. I'm just gonna rush through this. Oop, another barrier. Yeah. There it is again. The black slots eroge upon my brain like closing waves. Concentrate on the owner of these voices. I'm drawn to dark thoughts. Where's that figure? When I settle my thoughts, a scene suddenly begins to play in my mind. Is this a continuation of that scene from before? Or just a replay of the entire scene? Let us hurry. Making him wait is just a little longer won't be enough to get us in trouble. Anyway, Julius, you're his son. Why don't you call him father? I can't. I don't have the right. I was not born with which was needed to lead the highways. The one who will succeed to the throne is Master Leo. That is how it is. Tell me, is that he has been so occupied as if late? Yeah. He's receiving training to having knowledge burned into his brain. It's a sound magic process. All the horrible surgery, and he's only 3. Even as his mother, I so rarely see him. Master Leo will one day stand at the pinnacle of the plutocracy of the Harways have built in Europe. Yeah. The ruler of Western Europe, a burden that pains a mother to see a child's shoulder. Julius. Yes? Please protect Leo. Yes, I only exist for the purpose. Alrighty now. Something Holy Grail, blah, servants. And then random garbage, which will be corrected. Could these be Julius's memories of the time before his soul came irregularly stained as an assassin? I focus even harder on what I'm seeing and reach out even further. Something is there. What is it that you want to say? And when I finally reach the absolute depths of the blackened soul behind these memories... Kill! Let me die! Kill! Master! Please wake up, Master! Castor is almost screaming in desperation and fear. It seems that I'm still alive. My hands are still clenched in fists. I'm covered in sweat, and I'm panting with exertion. I give a nod to the obviously distressed Castor to show I'm okay, and then slowly get to my feet. But it was there, a cry for help in the depths of Julius's consciousness. I have to know what it means. Well, if I continue up the arena a bit further... I know there's a rare monster there, but we can't... No, the key! Oh, why can't I get past this door? Because there's a door up here. Shit. Give me a moment. What am I facing? Sultan's Gate. Oh, this is really helpful. Yeah, let's go with this. I'm pretty sure it won't survive past this next attack. Anyway. Yeah. The almost tangible animosity is coming from the end of this corridor. Although the source isn't approaching, I can tell that it's incredibly dangerous. I somehow know that the hatred is directly at me. It is so intense that it feels like as if my very soul is being impaled by it. I knew it was that gloomy guy. I can't believe he came back from the dead. He must really hate to lose. But now he's just a shambling corpse. As long as you're here, Tomono is invincible! Now, just have me a shot. Say the word and he's toast. Also, we have to beat him to get out of here. The source of this feeling of hatred is Julius, but his power seems different from the last time I faced him. The threat before me is very real, but I have Caster by my side, and if I don't defeat the enemy before me, he'll never make it to the elimination battle. In addition, even as the force of his grudge hits me, I can feel something other than a desire for my death. I want to know what the feeling is, no matter what may be waiting for me up ahead. So, we're gonna switch up equipment again. I don't know what to shove on here, though. Switch. And here we go. It's been a while since we last met, Luna. The man standing there greeted me in a quiet voice. The serenity of his voice contrasted with the chaotic noise filled the atmosphere of the arena. You don't seem surprised to see me. Is that not so? You defeated me, but I've returned because I have a question that I wish to ask you. Also, I will not be defeated by one such as you. I cannot allow myself to fall to one such as you. I don't quite understand what exactly is driving me, but it's these feelings that brought me here. What is he talking about? I understand hating the person that defeated you, that's only natural. But what question could possibly be so important? What is Julius trying to say? You don't understand? Of course, how could you? This is truly too funny. Am I the only one who knows what you really are? Unlike a mere ghost such as yourself, I am alive. After I fell, I became a ghost while falling through the perdition created by the Seraph. I fought to continue on. Right at the end, I saw the truth. As the moon cell began to tear me apart, I saw what you really are. As if the remnants of his sanity have finally snapped, Julius suddenly lets out a roar of crazy laughter. Blech. In addition to the hatred and insanity reflected in his eyes, there was a sense of obligation and duty. Has the killer before me come back from the dead to fulfill his duty? That's exactly right. I couldn't accept defeat at the hands of any other master but you. You being the one to defeat me is unacceptable. Whether this world lives or dies should be decided by us. Choices that will determine the fate of the world should be made by those living in the present, not by you. A relic of the past, like you, should not be allowed to influence what happens here and now. What? What did Julius just call me? A relic of the past. I'm not only a pale imitation of someone's life, but I was never a part of the present? That's correct. You're a reproduction of someone who lived 20 years before the world slid into stagnation. Then, all the imaginary that sometimes appears in my dreams is the last moments of her life, which ended decades ago. Correct. This is why I cannot allow you to defeat me. The changes must be made in this era will need to be done by us. Leo, my brother, must be king, or... That's it. That must be the reason. That is one responsibility. That is what keeps me trapped here. But nothing matters. Please, put me out of my misery. Round 6 has already come and gone. One more person. One last victim. Once I kill you, my duty will be done. This is your final moment. Please, just let me kill you. No! This man hisses out his command. For a moment, I'm finally dizzy. As my vision spins, I fall into the pit of darkness. That's just creepy. A violent bestial howl tears through the air and sends a tremor running through the ground. That must be assassin. No, wait. He's different than before. That look of insanity only belongs to a berserker. Hold on a second, Master. There's something strange about that Julius guy's left arm. My servant lets out a small cry of surprise. Oh dear God, that's some other person's arms attached to his. That's so incredibly disgusting. Julius must have ambushed a great number of masters and killed them. He somehow had to preserve one of the victim's arms and appropriate their command seal. I wonder which master arms he stole. I wonder if that arm belonged to the master of a berserker. Looks like Julius's crime against nature turned an assassin into a berserker. What a disaster! Most servants only have one class, but this one has the attributes of 2. His power must be incredible. I can't believe that this servant's mind and body have been able to endure the outrageous injustice. I need neither rational thought or coherent memories. Everything comes to an end now. Now, burn to ashes!